Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to read out 11 statements, okay? And these statements all hypothetically describe you as a person. And what you're going to do is you're going to score each statement according to a scoring key going from 0 to 3, where 0 represents you strongly disagree that the statement describes you.
Okay.
1 represents that you disagree, 2 agree, and 3 strongly agree. Okay, so 0 strongly disagree, 1 disagree, 2 agree, and 3 strongly agree. And score them as we go along. There's 11 of them. And here we go. Number 1, turning the other cheek is for wimps. Turning the other cheek is for wimps. Okay. 0 if you strongly disagree, 1 if you disagree, 2 agree, and 3 strongly agree. Number 2,
okay.
A lot of the time I do things that come back to bite me. A lot of the time I do things that come back to bite me.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm constantly shelving projects and starting new ones. I'm constantly shelving or ditching projects and starting new ones. Number 4, I tend to fall out with people a lot.
Okay.
Number 5, I prefer 3/4 of the cake now rather than all of it later. I prefer to have 3/4 of the cake now rather than all of it later.
All right.
I know that probably depends what the cake is.
I was going to say the cake, I don't know, is a healthy living kind of audience, but okay.
You kind of get it. You kind of get it. Yeah. Number 6, I take a lot of risks irrespective of personal safety or the well-being of others. Number 7, I often act first and deal with the consequences later.
All right.
I often act first and deal with the consequences later. Number 8, if you get in my way, I'm going to hurt you.
All right.
Get in my way and I'm going to hurt you. Number 9, I have trouble holding down a job. I have trouble holding down a job. Number 10, my relationships tend to be stormy. I've had a lot of short-term partners. And finally, number 11, I couldn't really care less about others so long as I get what I want.
Okay.
Okay. So, folks at home, what you should have is 11 numbers on a sheet or a screen in front of you. What I want you to do is top those numbers up, add them up, and you should come to a grand total. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read out the scoring key and what it means. Now, Jordan, let's just get this out of the way. We're not diagnosing anyone here, okay? We're not diagnosing anyone.
Yeah, it's pretty rudimentary, right?
It's pretty rudimentary. It gives you a rough idea on where you might be on this, let's call it the sociopath spectrum, okay?
Okay.
So if you scored 0 to 3, you are low. 0 to 3, low. 4 to 7, below average. 8 to 16, average. 17 to 20, above average. 21 to 24, high. And 25 plus, very high. There you go. So, and you can see before, I don't know, do you want to tell us what you got there, Jordan?
Yeah, I got 4. So I'm below average, right average, where I always measure up in every other area of life. So
You've never been so happy to do badly on a test, have you?
That's right.
I can see you didn't want to do good on this one. But you can see, I mean, there's an educational value to this kind of questionnaire, because I mean it really gets at the difference between what a sociopath and a psychopath is. So if you look at constantly shelving projects and starting new ones, a lot of the time I come back to do this. I do things that come back to bite me. A lot of these things are very reactive,
impulsive
control, antisocial predominantly. Whereas, as I say, psychopathic personality traits tend to be more. They include sociopathic traits, but they tend to be also have this shallow, emotionless, cool and calculated facet to them as well. So that's so as I say, folks, listen, if you've got the balls, there's a bit of a challenge. If you've got the balls, put out your score on Twitter. No one's going to know you are, and let us know what you do for a living as well. It'd be great to see how the scores match up.
I am definitely curious. I think if people want to go back and check out the psychopath test. That was episode 776 of this show. It was a 2-part episode, so it might have been 777 as well, but it's in there. It's in one of those episodes, so people can go back and take the psychopath test if they are so inclined.